Greetings, Earthlings. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing so well today. Welcome to a new psychic reading. In this video, there are 3 piles to choose between. I touch on romance, spirituality, and then I consulted the tarot. If this is your first time here, a special hello to you. Hi, I'm Zach. I have a natural psychic ability and I share that gift here on YouTube. I just want to remind you this is a general reading, so I can only pull through as a psychic general information. There are just too many people. Brings me to my next point. If you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can email me. I have to let you guys know I did change my email address. It is thepsychiczac@gmail.com. No longer Cowboy Divine. However, that is still my Instagram handle. So if you want to book a reading about love, you want to book a reading over the phone, you want a blind reading, you can find all the information down below, or you can email me. I also have to remind you guys that I just released Patreon, so if you want to see me more than once a week, you can subscribe to that. Up to 3 Patreon exclusive pick-a-card readings every month. There are a whole bunch of other features. I'll let you guys explore that. Again, all the information is down below. There are 2 tiers, a tip tier, which just gives you access to support me. Thank you so much. And the Patreon tier, which is $9.99, and that gives you the 3 videos a month access to the weekly live stream. Brings me to my next point. I just did a live stream for the first time this week, and it was a lot of fun. Didn't know that YouTube was going to let me. I thought there was like a grace period. Apparently not. So if you guys want to participate in the next live stream where I answer psychic questions, anything that you have for me, I drew a couple cards for a bunch of different people. Don't worry if you missed it. Again, I don't know why it let me go live. I really thought that there was like a 24-hour grace period, but okay. Let me know in the comment section below, when is the best day of the week? When is the best time of day for you guys? What is your time zone? If you're interested in a free psychic reading or just being a part of the live stream, it was a lot of fun. You can leave a comment below in this video. Let me know when is the best time for you. I also have to let you guys know that I have Instagram now. It is Cowboy Divine, where I release psychic readings. I pull cards every day, or I just share witchy information or spiritual tips or hits that I get throughout the day. This weekend we covered hag stones or witch stones, fairy rocks, adder stones, whatever you want to call them. I love these guys. Talked a lot about them on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow me if that's something interesting to you. Now back to today's video. Thank you guys so much for sitting through that. Just want to remind you that before you choose a pile intuitively, ground your energy, because when you ground your energy, it gives us the very best chance to link up in time and space so that I can pull forward the most useful information. So take a couple deep breaths, maybe light a couple candles, turn the lights down low. It'll look a little different for everyone. But once your energy is grounded, you can choose between one of the 3 piles, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Let's start off first with a spiritual lens, and then we can sort of move into the area of relationships/romance. And then today we're going to end with tarot. Okay, so let's first start with a couple messages from an animal spirit guide. Okay. Oh, curious. Okay, we will take you and you. Curious. Okay. So what I'm seeing first is just the emphasis on fur and brown and this idea of grounding yourself. I think right now one of the messages that's coming through is an idea about grounding your energy and perhaps surrounding yourself with very, very grounding colors, okay? I'm thinking magentas, I'm thinking sort of burgundy wine colors. Those colors are very, very grounding to our senses, to our psyche, okay? So those are the first messages that seem to be coming through. Where in your life can you perhaps paint a room that you go into and ground yourself. If you're someone who doesn't have access to the great outdoors, if you're someone like me who's kind of a transplant in the middle of a desert, what you could do is find a room in your house that you can just either hang drapes or tapestries and just bring the colors, browns, oranges, burgundies, reds, even fuchsias coming through. Those colors are very, very grounding and nurturing, okay? That's the first message that I'm getting. So there is an emphasis here between a giveaway energy and then the energy of family units. So a balance between give and take is also what I'm picking up on. What do we want to talk about further than this, Spirit? What's going on for this spiritual lens? I'm also hearing like you guys could use the colors that we described in your art, okay? We just got the card of romance. We'll get to that in a little bit. So what I'm feeling like is kind of shedding the skin. It's in your house, right? I'm picking up most on this buffalo card, and I'm seeing the skin there shedding off, kind of sloughing off. And it feels like there's like a little bit of a refreshing message that's coming through. And by refresh, I mean like, see if you can't, I do talk about this a bit. I love to talk about pillowcases for some reason. I think color is really important in a spiritual sense. It does things to us. And for you guys, the colors you are being drawn to right now are the colors that are the most grounding to you. It's like terracotta, okay? Terracotta, browns, maroons. See if you can't incorporate like a blanket or two, some pillowcases for the couches, a tapestry. We want to refresh something in your house that just has stale energy. I'm seeing like a worn blanket. So when's the last time you've changed the bedding in your house? I just changed our bedding from this kind of drab sort of tannish color to this like sky blue and on my bed, and it's changed the quality of my dreams already. It also just feels so different. So the biggest message I'm being pulled to right now is kind of a refresh of something to do with color in your house. And we want your home to be kind of womb-like, or a room in your house to be womb-like, a place that you can retreat into and just feel so grounded and happy and in your body and just feel very, very protected. This is the energy that's coming through. So for some of you, this is to wear garments that have these colors, these dark browny purple reds, okay? And for others of you, it's like form. I'm getting creativity with this Venus, okay? This Venus in Taurus placement. To me, I'm being drawn to her dress, and it's making me think of bolts of fabric. And I wonder if you guys know how to sew or crochet or knit. It's something tangible with the hands, and bringing that color into your house somehow. Okay, this message, this spiritual lens right off the bat feels like we want to talk a lot about color in order to nurture yourself, okay? And I feel like carve out time to be in a womb-like space. This could be a tapestry that you put up in an area of your house that you face when you sit down to do spiritual work, okay? That's the message that's coming through. But I really do get the idea of bedding and a comforter. And some of you who are a little bit more creatively adept can go and find a fabric store and just start piecing together these colors that we've listed, okay? It just feels like we want to bring forward those colors into your house. So let's pick on a spiritual lens further, okay? Okay. So what I'm getting with this is that emphasis on sisterhood and soul family, Okay, so Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher, soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And mirror, who or what is triggering you. Okay, so what I'm picking up on is the idea of friendships and romance being something we want to spend a little bit more attention on, but we'll finish up this spiritual lens first. What I'm getting is the idea of adorning yourself, okay, with clothing that makes you feel better. It's about feeling better so that you can attract people who are on the same energetic match. For some of you, I'm hearing that you're having difficulty with relationships at this time, and it's more the energy of finding your tribe. It's the energy of connecting with people who make you feel uplifted, who can bring as much to the table as you bring to the table, okay? I'm also getting an emphasis on the goddess Bast, okay, Bastet. And you guys could research her, work with her, make an offering to her. She has a lot to do with seduction and mystical teachings, okay? And that is a message that's coming through. We want to develop your lower chakras at this time. There's an emphasis on getting very grounded and rooted in your body. Those lower three chakras, root, sacral, solar plexus, are the gateway to the upper chakras. It is the foundation we have to build in order to reach the higher chakras, in order to reach illumination satisfactorily. Satisfactorily? We made up a word today, and that's okay. So I'm also getting a pull on all these bodies of water. The first message talks about infinity, okay? The idea of your soul, the idea of being in your body at this time is what we're drawing a lot of attention to. Your soul doesn't usually reside in a body, but you came here to Earth for whatever reason. There could be many, many. You came here to Earth to experience life through the 3D vessel. So it's really important that we acknowledge our vessel at this time, is what we want to focus on as a spiritual sense, okay? But this could also be an invitation to retreat into nature by a large body of water in order to receive prana from this water as well. It's going to help you feel more stable and secure. And this could have to do with enchanting a bottle of water with the vibration of love or grounding energy and drinking that water daily. Every day you should try to make an effort to cleanse your water and to cleanse the food that you eat too. We're drawing a lot of attention to the physical body. And I think that we also want to develop a creative network with other like-minded individual people who are walking down a similar path as you are. Wherever you are in your life, it feels like we want you to develop a community, to reach out to other people, to find a place where you can share your opinions, where you can have interesting conversations, where you can just be around other people who are on a similar path as you so you won't feel judgment, okay, is what's coming through. We want you to be able to expand a little bit. Take what you know and to share that with other people. There's also the message that I don't want you guys to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders at this time. You're here to be your own individual spark of consciousness, and sometimes that's simply by being yourself and emitting and irradiating the light that you have within yourself. It's sort of a domino effect. When you walk into a room, people can feel that. They might not be conscious of it, but when you stand proud, when you're very happy with who you are, when you're able to feel beautiful and to love who you are no matter what you look like, that kind of energy is very infectious, and that in and of itself is doing a lot on this planet at this time. Again, we're drawing attention to the cave and the womb, a need to have a sanctuary in the home or creating this within yourself. Now, what what I feel like. This is the need to feel secure, the need to feel grateful for everything that you have. This is the energy of feeling like all of your animal needs are being met. Some of you, this is the invitation to get grounded within your body, because there are creative ventures that are going to be revealed once you can feel very safe, very, very happy with your body. Some of you need to develop a better workout routine. Some of you, despite disabilities, really need to get outside more and to exercise more to move the body. There are all sorts of different machines in this day and age. I just heard a beep outside that can help you based on what your limitations are. So for example, if you're someone who has or suffers from hip or knee pain, there are now stationary bikes that you can sit on, like kind of like a chair seat. You can use those instead, but there's a need to be in the body and to love the body as well. For some of you, we're being triggered by what we look like in the mirror, and I want you guys, to the best of your ability, to start being able to make eye contact with yourself in the mirror. Okay, I think that's an important message. We also just want you to develop a little bit more self-love at this time, and just to really celebrate your body. My great aunt passed in February of this year, and we're having a celebration of her life this weekend. And one of the last messages she passed on to me was how important it is to celebrate your body as a temple in this lifetime. It's that message again coming through that we're souls who don't really usually like to be in or aren't always in 3D vessels, but in this lifetime right now we are. And so if we are not treating our body as if it's the greatest gift on earth, then we're not having a satisfactory experience, because it's going to taint our experience, okay? It's the message that if you're not in the prime health, if you're not putting good food in your body, the entire experience right now is being interpreted through the body. So you will be your best self, you will be your best healer, you will be your best person energetic wise for friendships. You will feel your best, look your best when you are treating your body like a temple, and that means getting exercise, it means getting outside, it means talking kindly to yourself, it means wearing things and designing your avatar so that you can feel beautiful for this incarnation. And just for my little fellow aliens out there, fellow starseeds, fellow wanderers, you won't be in this body forever. It's just a lifetime. What's 100 years, right? Compared to infinity, right? You're just here for this time. So, no matter what you look like, no matter how you feel about your image, no matter if you feel kind of like the black sheep in the world, odd man out, your looks are uniquely you, and there is an element here focusing on needing to feel beautiful, and some of you already do. And we're very proud about that. We're very happy that you're feeling well and happy and grounded in your body. Right now, you're now at an energetic level where you're going to start attracting people who are very, very interested in you, very interested in what you have to say, very interested in the ideas. You guys have similar ideas, okay? So these are the spiritual lenses that we seem to want to talk about. I want to reach in here. I don't know why. I've been drawn to the messages from the void this whole time. So let me just kind of, I already pulled so many out, but for some reason it feels like I want to take one out. We're going to ignore all of those except, okay, this little guy doesn't come out often. Look at this. We want to talk a lot about romance and love, okay? So you guys just have this little heart, so I'm going to put that over there and see you guys in 2 seconds. I'm going to draw some love cards. All right, you guys, I know I said I wanted to, okay, that's the first card. Draw some in advance, but we're going to pull all of our cards on camera, at least for your reading. Okay, so first card out. You must be willing to be the fool. And the end of this statement is in order to be the master. And so to me, there is a certain measure of risk at this time in your life when it has to come, or when it comes down to romance and expressing your feelings. This is the energy of not trying to be perfect. It's the energy of trying to find someone that you click with. Again, this lens, you guys, it's romance or relationships. Try to, if you're not interested in romance, we'll talk about friends for you. If you're interested in romance, not really relationships with friends, then put that through the romance lens. What we want to talk about right now is this measure of not being perfect. That's the message that keeps coming through. It's the idea that try to be a little bit more open and willing to take a stab in the dark. This is the energy of reaching out to someone. It's the energy of trying not to have this next connection cross every single thing off your list, because, we can't do that. People can't, be absolutely everything. We have a lot of emphasis on love at this time, okay? Aphrodite with Venus. I'm hearing that you guys might want to make a couple offerings to Aphrodite. We also did have that Venus placement come out with this romance card, Venus and Taurus. Okay, so that's very cool. A lot of emphasis on love. So let's see if I can't crack open a romance deck. To me, it feels like there's someone that you have on your mind, and you're a little bit hesitant to reach out. But in order to really experience love, in order to feel very, very balanced, there is an idea of needing to wear your heart on your sleeve is a message that's coming through. You guys could also be attracted to a Taurus at this time. Okay. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, so we do want to talk about love. There's definitely a lot of love around you at this time. Let me see if I can't learn a little bit about this person. I love to see this couple repeated right here with Cupid right behind them. That's very, very synchronistic. And what I also see is that she is turning her head over her shoulder as well. So there is a romance connection of a lifetime. I actually feel like, I just got a spiritual shiver. This is about to enter your life, or you pursuing this is going to set you down an entirely new path, okay? This person is definitely a Taurus, okay? They definitely have Taurus placements, sun, moon, or rising. I'm getting that they're a lovebird, and their romance language is physical touch, okay? I'm also getting that they're a little bit of a stubborn person. They have a stubborn personality. They work with nature for some of them too. And others of them are known for the way that they express themselves vocally. They could be a singer. That could be a very loose interpretation. But to me, it's more of like how they talk, or they're in a role where they speak. It's their job. So that could be someone who answers phones for a living. I'm getting a little bit more than that. It's kind of like someone who either like works on the radio. It's that vibe, okay? I'm also getting that they're more masculine in nature, okay? Or there's something about just being big boned, okay? Is a message that's coming through. What else about them? Yeah, there's an emphasis on nature. Yeah, I thought that they worked with nature. They definitely have something to do with being very grounded, or this individual is coming through to help you get grounded in your body, okay? Emphasis on twos. I do like to see that. Talks to me about a coupling, okay? A duality too. Also about a union. This person has also, potentially they have Virgo placements, but I just see them as being someone who works with plants, or this could be someone who does plant medicine. I'm also seeing a cream butterfly outside flying by my rose and my tomato plants. So I feel like you're going to start seeing cream colored butterflies, kind of this butter yellow color, kind of, yeah, like the color of that dress too. When this person approaches, or when they're about to enter your life, I sense that they are about to enter your life. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information about this person. There's something about being an artist too. They really pay attention to the fine details. They're a very orderly person, okay? Again, I'm hearing that touch is their love language. Can I get another card, please? Flattery. You're going to find this person extremely attractive. There is the Gemini placement there. So yeah, something to do with talking. They like to express themselves, or they're very expressive when they talk. There's also something incredible about their eyes, okay? Something very, very old soul about their eyes. You look in their eyes and you either adore them because they're your favorite color of eye or because the shape is very interesting, but I'm getting like a much bigger depth. There's something about their eyes that's just so captivating, or it's their face. Now, this isn't necessarily like, oh, I like their face because they're so sexy. It's like their face does something to you. It's like you when you look at them, you feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your solar plexus and sacral chakras. There's a strong attraction between the two of you. This is a love that is about to enter your life, okay, pile one? And I'm also picking up on the male and female here with the arrows right here. And, we have our little Cupid guy right there. We've got our Cupid guy right there. And it feels like the attraction is very mutual. So this person that, you could already be thinking about, you could already have them on their mind, or they're about to enter your life, it feels like it is truly the romance of a lifetime. You guys know me. I do not sugarcoat. It blocks the channel. So it's very fun for me to be able to actually talk about romance when it comes in because I am such a romantic. All right, so let's move forward and open up the tarot. That cream butterfly is floating right by again. It's trying to get my attention. Justice. I knew you were going to come out. Jesus, this happens often. I will get a card that I know is going to come out in your reading, and I'm like, should I pay attention? What's it trying to say in this moment? And I'm like, no, I'll figure it out when it comes out. Okay, so Justice. This is archetypal energy. It is a major arcana card. It's also the number 11. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys consider yourself as highly spiritual people or adept, okay? What I'm seeing is the emphasis on an area of your life where it's a big energetic shift in your life. You're either waiting, you're on the precipice of going somewhere. I do get the Fool energy, and some of you are just waiting to hear back on a decision that's really going to catapult you into a different direction of your life. The Justice card talks to me about truth and a balance between speaking very honestly and speaking compassionately as well. It is the measure of a balance between the head and the heart. Right now, it feels like you guys are in a harmonious period of your life, okay? And of course, I would draw that. Yeah, but it is reversed, okay? So you guys, you're not trapped in your mind anymore. You guys used to really be plagued by the mind and used to be hemming and hawing about a decision, but it feels like that justice is coming, and justice is going to just help you move forward out of an energy of your life. I feel like you guys are experiencing a metamorphosis. I'm seeing this as a caterpillar, and I saw that butterfly come by so many times. It feels like you guys are about to emerge into this new chapter that has a lot to do with love as well. Those messages that came through with your spiritual lens early on in the reading, to me it could talk about the need for that, but it also could talk about a confirmation that you guys simply are feeling a lot more grounded and in your body. Yeah, something is ending in your life. This has to do with the mental plane too. There is an incredible amount of sword energy, okay? It also to me is talking about your mind. It feels like some cycle is ending, absolutely. Some way of thinking. This is a self-limiting belief. This was an old fear of yours. Anxiety is no longer a hurdle is what just came through. And a couple cards just came out. Yeah. It feels like for a while, you guys, there's been this kind of a blocked energy, kind of a really in limbo, really sticky, sludgy energy that has to do with your career and finances. What I'm getting is that illumination is coming. There is clarity coming about your purpose in this life, okay? Some of you are also getting a new mentor in your career, and some of you are primed to be a mentor yourself. There is an increase in finances, there's an increase in your talent and abilities, and there's an increase in something to do with career sector as well. The Hangman to come out, it is the next major arcana card. Your mind is clear. Your mind is becoming clear, perhaps because something came to the very bitter end, but there is nowhere to go but up from here, okay? And it feels like there's a fresh start when it comes to your mind, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to your approach to things in life at this time. I like to see this growth as well. Now, with the Hanged Man clarifying, this King of Pentacles, it's a very, 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 very grounded energy. The King of Pentacles is incredibly patient. He's so patient and comfortable in his life that he has almost become one with his throne as well. The Hanged Man willingly submits himself inverted on the cross in order to reach illumination. A period of rest is what's coming through as a message through the tarot. I kind of want to unpack this King of Pentacles. Let me just reach for this deck. All right, you guys. This King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Why? What? Who, what, who, how, where? Knight of Wands. You are very, very determined. You guys, this is the message. You are no longer in the energy of thinking you are going to pursue this path. You are in the energy of saying absolutely, in the positive, in the affirmative, in the absolute, I am. And I want you guys to use this energy. It could be like, you're someone here who wants to be an equestrian. I am an equestrian. When someone approaches you on the street, it's not, oh, I'm practicing my writing skills. I'm practicing becoming a writer. I am an equestrian. You're someone who wants to write books. A friend approaches on the street. Oh, how are you doing? How's your writing doing? Oh, I'm still learning. I'm still working on. It's definitely a work in progress, trying to work hard. I'm doing well. I am a writer. I have written a book. That's the energy that's coming through. There is a new level of determination and illumination as well. To me, it feels like you guys are on the precipice of an entirely new chapter of your life that has something to do with being very sure about who you are, being very, very confident about what you're bringing forward next in this life. We also have the Ten of Swords under this deck as well. Some cycle is completely done. It is completely closed over. You are now in this new energy. This new dimension that you're in has the energy of justice in it. Two of Pentacles, there is a crap ton of ambition. You guys have identified exactly where you're going, exactly what you want to do. You have a very good balance as well. You're juggling work-life balance, relationships as well. You guys, this just is a beautiful reading. It feels very, very comfortable, very, very happy. I was very happy to read for you guys. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It helps other people find these messages too, helps my channel grow. Lets everyone else on the channel know that you made it this far too. I just also want to say that this week, last week, I did a spur of the moment live stream on YouTube and had a couple people comment that they would love to get a heads up. So if you're someone who participated in that first live stream, very, very cool. Thank you for being there. If you're someone who would like to in the future, maybe leave a comment below. What time of the week works best for you? Like what day of the week, what time of day works best for you, if you could put your time zone in. I just got 500 followers. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I can now access the community page whenever that, happens here shortly, I hope. So I will post a poll, but if you're someone who's interested in the live stream, just wanted to take a couple moments to plug that. I answered questions on the spot, gave free psychic readings as well. It was just a cool place to meet and interact with you guys too. All right, so this is the end of your reading, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. Until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 2. Hope you guys are doing so well today. We're going to start off with a spiritual lens, so bring forward any spiritual messages for you guys at this time. Then we're going to move into relationships slash romance, and then we're going to finish with the tarot. So let's start first with a message from an animal spirit guide. Ooh, armadillo. Okay. And then maybe one more, porcupine. Okay. So right now I'm seeing the emphasis on a tough outer skin. Setting boundaries is the first message. Something to do with setting boundaries because I feel like there is some kind of conversation or confrontation that is necessary at this time in your life, okay? It feels like there is also the energy of needing to cleanse your auric field as well. Okay, so these messages, they really all have to do with setting boundaries and making sure that the people that are around you are supportive individuals. We want to make sure that the people who are around you build your energy, help uplift you, help inspire you, share similar visions, perhaps push you beyond your comfort zone, but not make you uncomfortable is the difference, you guys. Give me 2 seconds. I want to use this deck as well. It's like completely messed up. All right, thank you guys. Sorry about that. I like to sometimes shuffle another deck when I'm relaying messages. It helps more pictures clairvoyantly come through. And then I was like, what in God's name? This deck is like completely messed up. There's no way I'm going to be able to not look at that. So what am I seeing? Okay, so boundaries with people are so necessary at this time, okay? I see an emphasis on a conversation that needs to be had, or perhaps evidence of a conversation that was had that felt like a personal attack on you. Again, so this is like a double-edged sword going on here. Some of you need to have this groundbreaking conversation, this real moment of confrontation with an energy vampire around you, and others of you have had someone be very confrontational with you, almost out of left field is how it comes across, okay? So the underlying messages as well have to do with saging yourself and just clearing your energy of anyone negative, all right? It feels like right now there is a message about going inward or making sure that home is a safe place. We want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable with your body wherever you reside the most. Okay, what is the message of armadillo trying to tell us? Could I get a message about the armadillo? Yeah, I saw safe haven. It feels like there's someone, you guys, this spiritual message that's coming out, we need to be able to separate ourselves from someone in our lives. It's time to get rid of them. Time to cut this energetic cord. I get that you guys are sensitive people, and for some of you, the spiritual message that's coming through seems to just want to talk about becoming aware of this sensitivity of yours, okay? And recognizing when someone makes you feel uncomfortable. And just, sets your skin on edge. Your pricks the hair at the back of your neck, just, makes you just be like, no, I don't want to deal with that. And if there's someone in your family, I'm here to tell you that that's okay. If you need to cut someone out of your life, that is fine. It'll make you happier. It doesn't mean that they're gone forever if that's going to help this breakup feel a little less scary. But there is definitely someone close to you right now who is causing you to feel a little bit insecure, who's causing you to want to just curl up in a ball and hide from the world. And I think that there are sensitivities that are necessary to be acknowledged at this time. The frog is an incredibly powerful energy if it's one of your animal totems. The frog has very permeable skin too. Very sensitive to its environment, a product of their environment. And I think that's you guys as well. So we want to make sure that your house is a safe place to be. Your work is a safe place to be. Some of you need to have a conversation with your boss about some person at work who's just causing dis-ease in the workplace, and that's not something you have to deal with. Oh my goodness, you guys, this kind of gets me a little heated. Because when you work somewhere, you have to be there. It's your job. You have to be there. And so when there's some, little energy vampire, some little succubus, some little just negative Nancy who's always there bringing down the environment, you can do something about that. You can say something to them, or you can go above and beyond and approach your boss and be like, hey, this person every day brings down the room. And guess what? I'm not going to deal with that anymore. You can contact HR. I've done this so many times, you guys. I don't give a SHIT. If someone is in the workplace, somewhere where you have to be, it is not your duty to have to bear it, to grin and bear it. Nope. Sorry, you can go to HR. There are positions in place. There are your boss, for example, who can have this uncomfortable conversation with this person. This is what's coming through. I just remember this time. I used to work at a hospital. Not the animal hospital I always talk about. There was a people hospital before that. And there was just this person there, okay? And no. Just was not working. And so I talked to HR, I talked to my boss, they brought her on a meeting. It solved the situation. She wasn't an issue anymore, and it just created just a happier environment. And it is okay to be sensitive as long as you're aware of your sensitivities and as long as you don't allow them to cripple you, okay? We don't want you to curl up into your shell. The invitation is actually to be confrontational about this. There's an action necessary at this time, and it's a part of your spiritual involvement as well. I sense that you're someone who is sensitive in nature. You're someone who can hear the tone of someone's voice. You can pick up on the most minute of facial expressions and intonations of voice again. And this is not a weakness. It is a strength, though, only when you bring this to your awareness. Some of you might try to charge crystals and carry them in your pocket at work. I think that is a great idea. However, I'm definitely being drawn to this wild boar, which just says be confrontational, okay, about this. So let's pull on these two little guys that popped out of my crazy deck. Oh, wow. Oh gosh, love your energy, you guys. So the first card we have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And then Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original lightworkers. These energies are gorgeous. You guys right now have a blue-green aura. It doesn't matter if it's a level up. I don't mean to say that negatively. Pile 1 is kind of in the orange, red, yellow aura. You guys are now past the heart chakra, even up into the throat chakra, is what I'm seeing right now. Sorry, there's a little hair. God damn it. I'm in a great mood, you guys. So yeah, I see you guys, your aura right now is blue. There's an emphasis on the throat chakra, an emphasis on speaking your truth at this time. There's some conversation that needs to be had, some boundary that needs to be set, and this will help you. Even if it feels uncomfortable, I'm really encouraging you guys to step up and set this boundary with this individual, okay? It also could just be a boundary with yourself. Maybe some of you are just, struggling to find a work-life balance that is healthy for you. Some of you might not be people who should be out in public working. Some of you could have jobs at home. I see that you guys have a double mission in this lifetime. You have a message here, some of you, especially because I do see your energy as being blue and green. So a strong, compassionate person who is at a moment in their life where they can speak authentically. Lots of deep, deep wisdom, okay, coming from pile 2. I usually get my spiritually adepts in pile 3, but love to see the switch up here. So it feels like some of you actually can channel, and I cannot speak well enough about this book, Opening Up to Channel by, yep, there we go, I forgot the authors. I will, editing Zac, please link this book below. Guys, this book, Opening to Channel, is so well written. It feels like there are so many gatekeepers in this community, and I don't want to be one of those people who is always like bad-mouthing the spiritual community, but there is a measure that I see across channels where we don't reveal the really occult information that we've learned about, and maybe some people just feel like other people need to find that on their own, and that's okay. But this book, Opening to Channel, it gets right to the core. every word was just beautiful. There was so much truth and honesty, and I think that's something that you guys really could learn about. I sense empathic people in this group, healers, mystics, and I think that channeling your guides, everyone has a guide or can open up to receive information from guides, higher guides, angelic beings. You'll go through a stage where you work with one who is in your comfort zone, but eventually there's an idea of leveling up, and you have to begin sort of by opening the channel. Okay, so there's a message here. The spiritual message has to do with setting boundaries, cleansing energy in your home, having this conversation with this individual. Okay, because you guys, you're the original light workers. You're the people who set the foundation for the huge spiritual rebirth and renaissance that we're experiencing right now. And I think that some of you feel this deep longing for home and wanting to be somewhere else and thinking that the world is just so callous and caustic. And those individuals, that really spiky energy that I was getting in the beginning when I was remembering all these just unhappy people that I would have to have difficult conversations with because they were infesting the environment that we had to be in because it's a job I had to be at. I feel like you guys are very sensitive to how the world can be cruel and hurtful, and it's so important not to get bogged down by that. And so there are ways to prevent you from being bogged down, which are to speak your authentic truth, to show people that they cannot bully you, they cannot walk over you, and that you are a powerful individual. And others of you, there are other ways of protecting your energy by cleansing it with sage. Okay, that is a very, very potent way to cleanse your energy. I love to think of sage as bleach. And then Palo Santo is another great way to cleanse your energy. It reminds me I need to go pick up some more Palo Santo. And then other ways are crystals, okay? And then visualization for some of you who I do definitely see as more adept. Okay, so any other messages that we're getting from this spiritual pile? Nope. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to see this blue-green aura stepping up for you guys. So let's move into the next section of your reading. I want to look at relationships/romance. All right, let's start with some romance. This is romance/relationships. If you're not interested in love at this time, you can think of this as, or interpret it through, a relationship lens. Okay, so let's just go epic. Ooh, okay. Love to see this. Okay, so we're talking about a love story. This could just confirm for people who are already in relationships that your relationship is meant to stand the test of time. That's a message for you guys. For other people, I'm getting this great story, okay? It's like someone was rejected, you guys went separate ways, went through a huge spiritual transformation, and then there is this idea of coming back together. I like to see this, you guys. Epic is a beautiful word. I'm getting it kind of like the Odysseus kind of idea of epic, okay? So, what else do we want to talk about? You, for sure. Tiger teeth. It feels like in the beginning, you guys, it was so much. The attraction was incredible, but consuming, because you guys are sensitives, and I sense that they are sensitives as well. Tiger Teeth is such an incredible song by Walk the Moon. I encourage you guys to listen to it, especially if you're feeling romantic or you're a romantic yourself or just really do love music. I sense that that is something about you guys too. When you swallow someone whole, you are bound to choke is the most powerful lyric. God, it is such a beautiful song. You guys should definitely look it up. If you do, leave a comment below and you will have my endless love and support. It's such a good song, you guys. But what I do, I pick up something very epic, something that was very passionate. I actually kind of have like a little bit of tears in my eyes. Very, very beautiful, but something happened. This is what we're talking about. And for some of you, this needs to be cleansed in order for you to bring in a new person. There is something that needs to come out, okay? Some tears that need to be shed. You might, put on your own favorite tunes and just let the tears flow. You might write a letter to this person. not send it, but burn it instead in order to transmute that. You might look into a mirror and tell them all the ways you miss them and how they made you so happy. And then for some of you, I really do get that this love is coming back into your life. It might be for reconciliation. It simply might be for something more, actually. And that is just for a few of you. Let's see if we can't open this up a bit more. Yeah, the throat chakra is what we're trying to get my attention about. Singing to uplift your energy, you guys, I think is necessary at this time. You don't have to be the most incredible singer, but there's something to do with singing that expresses such amount of joy, but also emotion. It gets out, a huge charge of emotion that needs to leave the body. So I feel like singing, trying to join people. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, joining a choir, joining a group of people, I think that could be really fun for you guys. Something about singing with a group of people or listening to music again. Maybe some of you just really need to listen to different types of music is also what's coming through. Let's see if we can pick up more on this relationship. You really want to come out, so I will let you. You'll come first. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, coming out underneath epic. So this to me does talk about something really grand. I'm hearing the romance of a lifetime, but I'm also hearing that this is in the very beginning stages. Not to rush it, just came through clear as a bell, okay? Let this sort of attraction kind of evolve very, very naturally. I'm hearing that this person wants this to unfold organically, and I'm also hearing that that's what you want. To me, if you can know that you are meant to have an epic love in this lifetime, epic in the sense it's so passionate, it's very supportive, there's ups and downs, there's adventure, there's a journey to go on together. If that's something that you love the sound of, you're meant to have it in this lifetime. It is a genuine desire, that means. And what I'm feeling like is if you can be very confident with this knowledge, that's what's going to allow it to unfold very, very naturally. Let's pull one more. Forgiving and learning, yes, and to come out underneath tiger teeth. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I'm not surprised this is coming out. We were just talking about this. It feels like for some others of you, there is definitely an idea of a love that was so beautiful, and you thought it was going to stand the test of time, but you guys just weren't ready. You were to come together to experience passion, but there's just something that needs to be let go of, something that needs to be cleansed. The energy of the boar is to, get anything off your chest that doesn't need to be there anymore. I want you guys to release this gray energy within you, see it come out of you like smoke, like steam, and be replaced by a fresh, clean breath. There's something I want you guys to forgive and release at the same time. Okay, this has to do with a relationship in the past. Again, this is a romance/relationship lens, okay? There's just an idea that you guys, it wasn't supposed to stand the test of time for others of you. It's because, there's something much better planned that you designed before you incarnated. I do see a strong emphasis on needing to cleanse this away. Just let it go. Just let it not be in your energy anymore. I keep wanting to pull it out of your body, okay? So I just want you to pull this thorn out so it's not poking you anymore, because you're so much more beautiful than you're allowing yourself to unfold as, okay? I'm getting that, yes, in love, there are often thorns among roses, but would you rather go your whole life and never smell a rose or know what a flower is? Or would you rather, risk pricking yourself once in a while in order to capture that rose, okay? Those messages are flooding in. So it feels like this is all we want to talk about for relationships and love. Now let's open up the tarot. I'm going to actually leave these. I left these colors out because they're very you. I love the emphasis on blue and green for you guys. You guys might want to pick up some tiger's eye. We had that message of tiger's teeth, and I was just using this tiger's eye is a very protective stone, and I'm wanting you guys really to protect your energy at this time. I do sense extra sensitives like myself out there, okay? So Tiger's Eye, you might pick that up. It's very good for creative ideas and visions too. It's just a very, very loving, protective stone. There are not many crystals I have very strong attractions to, but Tiger's Eye is one of them. What do we want to open up with the tarot? What's going on for pile 2? What's left to talk about? What has not been said yet? Healing about love. Yeah, so the big message we want to underscore here is really letting this go. And I don't want to sound like I'm brusque. I don't want to sound like I'm undercutting your situation. I do see you moving forward into a much happier period of your life. I see you leaving behind longing and pining over someone, and I do see new love for you guys. It's coming out again, represented by the Page of Cups there, and I'm also picking up on those water lilies, which really does talk about you guys. It talks about a seed planted deep in the muck and the mire of a swamp or a bog. It has to grow through the mud all the way through the water in order to break through the surface, where it unfolds to produce the most unusually beautiful bloom. I see that you guys have been through some deep-ish in your life, okay? And right now you have grown so much stronger than you ever have been because you're protecting your energy. You're setting up really strong boundaries with people. And this has been as a result of you really plumbing the depths of your subconscious, really digging deep to see what lingers in there so that you can just sparkle, so that you can shine, so that you can be your biggest, best version of yourself. Love to see. 6 is a number of harmony and love to me as well. Anything else? I do see the gray energy in the background, and we're leaving that behind, and some of us yet need to cleanse that away, okay? An energy that could help you is to be in the energy of expecting the unexpected, okay? I do see the fish jumping out of the goblet there, okay? Kind of talking. Would you expect, if you were having your nice glass of Chablis Blanc, would you expect a fish to jump out and start talking to you? No. So being in the energy of expecting the unexpected, expecting chance, expecting surprises, those exist in our world. Sometimes we forget about that. If you could just be in that energetic state, that's really going to help you make this transition to new love, is what I'm hearing. Oh my God, yeah. So I see this next love. I also just see you as this Queen of Pentacles too. Sorry. Sometimes I get like 7 messages all at once, and it's like, I really love private readings for that reason. It's less of a floodgate. Sometimes I listen to these back. You guys must be air signs too, at least some of you in here. And I'll be like, God damn, Zach, you are such an air sign, because it all makes sense in my head right now, but I do realize I love to weave very intricate tapestries. Okay, but let me start first. I see this love as being very grounded, you guys. I see it as being, in the very beginning I heard that you guys were needing to develop a work-life balance. That is the epitome of the Queen of Pentacles. She is a motherly figure, a very nurturing figure. She's highly successful in her career, but she is equally successful in the home, providing nourishing meals, love, stability, and support for her family. I see this person, this relationship as being blessed, right? I'm seeing you shed the gray skin right here. I'm seeing you shed that gray energy through singing, through uplifting your energy. And I see you at a crossroads of your life. You're leaving behind a period of confusion. You're leaving behind energy that was dense. Some of you already know that you're empathic, and some of you are learning that you are, and as a result are able to cleanse away energy. I see many of you as the Queen of Pentacles. I see you flowering. I see you opening up and blossoming. And this is a result of clearing away and forgiving the past, anyone from the past, okay? And this also is a message about family, letting go family karma, letting go this obligation to accept and be around everyone in your family. If there are people in your family you don't wish to be with or to surround yourself with, it is okay to voice that and to separate yourself from that. You're shedding a major skin in your life pile too, okay? Yes. Anything else? I love the divine union that I'm seeing with you guys. I love to see that you're about to experience a lot in terms of a relationship, in terms of career success as well. Let's see if I can't just get one more message. Some of you could be changing careers. Sorry, a card just dropped on the floor. 1 second. Chariot, yeah. Some of you are hemming and hawing between whether or not you need to make this career move, whether or not you need to go off alone, and that is something that you must decide, okay? And the final card that is underneath the deck is the Star, and it is one of my favorite cards. I'm seeing all the stars in the back of the Chariot too. So you guys, yeah, you have a double mission. Here is your double mission, right? Just like we spoke very early on, channeling and on uplifting humanity. The water represents the cosmos, so you are the channel. Uplifting humanity, you pour the information you get. You nurture the ground around you back to the cosmos, but also you water humanity, the earth, right here as well. You are a wealth of intellect and knowledge, especially spiritual in nature. And this is a very strong embodiment that some of you also could be air signs as well with this grand Aquarius card. But also, yeah, you guys have this great blue energy that you're moving into. I love to see this. Some definite confirmations that you are leaving behind a significant chapter of your life, and destiny seems to unfold for you, and it seems like love is that key that turns the lock for you guys. And it's a celebration of leaving behind gray because you're learning how to express yourself and to set realistic boundaries. And as a result, you're moving into a much more nourishing, nurtured, grounded next cycle of your life. I do believe that these are all the messages that I'm getting for you guys. And if you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Helps other people on the channel know that you've made it this far. It also helps other people find these messages who need to, helps my channel grow. I wanted to let you guys know that last week I did a spur of the moment live stream where I gave free psychic readings, answered a bunch of questions. Really enjoyed that, and heard some people request that I give a heads up. I wanted to ask those who were interested in watching these live streams, when is the best time for you? When are you free? Is it a day of the week or is it a time of day? Excuse me, you guys. Is it a time of day? And you can leave all that information. Just leave a comment below if this is interesting to you. And wherever you are in the world, day or night, I hope that you are well. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. It looks probably a little dark. That's because we're having this sun and clouds moment, and I'd rather it be a little dark than overexposed when the sun comes out again. So maybe just, you know what? Let's just go ahead right away. And before we start, I just want to let you guys know we're going to work with a spiritual lens first, move into romance, relationships, and then crack open the tarot. But I made all that fuss about it being dark. I'm going to pull a message from the void. One of you in here. You feel pretty good. What's it say? It has to come from a place of genuine enjoyment. Ooh, that is a very powerful message. Okay, let's leave that there. I feel like it's going to come out throughout the rest of your reading, perhaps just in the spiritual lens. But let's begin first with a message from an animal spirit guide. That feels pretty good. Ooh, we have turkey with giveaway and grouse, 2 winged birds. Also, by far, a lot more colorful than either of the other piles. I'm seeing the emphasis on red and blue, and winged creatures are certainly your spirit guides, okay? I think that birds speak particularly to you. So whenever you see birds that fly seemingly trying to get your attention. I think that those are forms of communication that you chose before you incarnated, all right? I also want to pass on that a bird flying to the left perhaps is a no message, and a bird flying to the right is perhaps a yes message. The turkey talks about giveaway and a little bit about sort of self-sacrifice for the greater good. And the grouse talks about the spiral and the sacred dance of the spiral that is used to reach a next level of heightened awareness. It teaches you to spiral in order to make a jump in your reality, to have a timeline shift, okay? I'm also getting the energy of neither one of these birds can fly long distances. The turkey can take flight, usually short bursts, and basically just to roost in a tree. And the grouse can fly, but again, they hunt on the ground, okay? So there is an emphasis on getting rooted in order to gain a spiritual perspective, is the message that's coming through. And in order to interpret that through, let's see, it has to come from a place of genuine enjoyment. All right. So to me, it feels like you guys were talking about making sure that our life has passion in it, making sure that what we're doing right now is grounded in order to build a stable enough foundation for it to take flight, in order for it to span time. I'm also getting the message that it kind of feels like a vision quest for some of you. If you guys are feeling like the great spirit of life is eluding you, slipping by, there's something that is not quite reaching your consciousness, birds are messengers, and so it feels like in order to find what really lights you up, we need to reach a different state of awareness, okay? We need to be able to get into a different headspace, and that can talk simply about shifting your energy, okay? Birds are messengers, so it feels like right now, if you're trying to receive a message from your spiritual team, again, this is the spiritual lens for your reading, it feels like we need to be able to create a language or pick one sign, reveal that to your guides, and ask for it to be shown to you, maybe even 3 times, okay? Pick a sign, develop the language if you're looking to receive a message at this time, okay? Anything else with the grouse? I'm just seeing the road runner, okay, which is another bird that spends most of its time on the ground. And perhaps we're talking about you in a spiritual sense, okay, pile 3? It feels like a reminder that you're in a 3D body, and if you wish to experience a little bit more enjoyment, passion, lust for life, curiosity, it feels like you might want to practice or learn about things that are not of this world. For example, the liminal space, timeline hopping. I'm getting the idea of practicing or learning about remote viewing, learning about psychometry. These are the messages that seem to be coming through. There's a real emphasis on a bird which can technically fly but is grounded and spends all of its time on the ground. It feels like we want to awaken a natural skill and talent that you have that's perhaps laying dormant, okay? And now I'm seeing a beautiful female hummingbird at the hummingbird feeder. She is unlike the males. She has this gorgeous sort of tawny reddish-brown color all over her compared to the gray-green Allen male hummingbirds. So you definitely have spirit guides that speak to you with birds and show you messages through bird symbolism. So I'm getting the idea that your path is going to be guided, at least in a spiritual sense, or at least spiritual truths are going to be shown to you through bird imagery. So pay attention when you see a bird on a license plate, on a sticker on the back of a car, and I'm hearing a ringing in my left ear. Look around once you notice that bird, because there are going to be messages that are around that imagery. For example, there could be a state sticker on that bumper that gives you this intuitive hit to travel there, is the energy that's coming through. You could see a bird tattoo on someone's shoulder, and next to it happens to be a name or another word. There seems to be this idea of duality here and two functions. You having two functions is what's coming through. One is the very rooted and grounded human aspect. The other is your spiritual aspect. It feels like your spirit wants to be awakened somehow. And this is through developing, I feel like this is a psychic sense of yours, okay? This could be perhaps for those of you who are curious. I knew the sun would come out, you guys. For those of you who are perhaps curious about psychic ability, you might learn which one is your strongest. Is it clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance? Which one of those is your strongest psychic ability? If you're curious about whether or not you have a psychic ability, we all do, but I have a video on my channel, what is your spiritual gift? You might take a look at that video. So what I'm seeing is the idea of flight and wanting to take flight as well, but feeling burdened by something on the ground. And it feels like this is a message about figuring out what you need to cut away. What ballast is keeping you earthbound? Is this sort of an addiction? Is this a bad habit? Is it not necessarily a bad habit, but a habit that keeps you in a rut or a cycle? Is this a mentality that there is all that you've seen in life is all that there is? There is mystery here. There is a little bit of an inclination to push you out of your comfort zone to learn about something new, and it feels like magic. It feels like a psychic ability. It feels like a spiritual gift. It feels like we want to reawaken and remind you that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Let's open up this further. Okay. So, I'm getting drawn to, first, here I will read them to you. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Transformation, things are taking or changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And then Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So now we have that double hit on foundation. I spoke about that earlier, in order to take flight. And what I want to remind you is that you designed this life before you incarnated. If you are living a life that seems to lack enjoyment, passion, fun, creativity, if those all seem lacking, there is a need to expand your horizons. And you can do this through the sacred spiral dance. The dolphins talk about breath work. You can do and achieve different states of consciousness by utilizing breath work, meditation, song, the didgeridoo, different sounds. You're being invited to investigate and to experiment in order to unlock some information that is stored within you, deep inside you. There are things changing at a cellular level. I feel like pile 3 is very spiritual in nature and certainly has a spiritual gift that is on board, that is being unpacked, that is being revealed, that is being brought to a new level. And for others of you, this is a brand new spiritual gift, all right? I am seeing an emphasis on Bast. I love to see the cat goddess coming through here. You might work with ancient Egyptian art literature, imagery, and you might work with the goddess Bast in order to feel more seductive, more interested in the mystery of life. I'm getting the idea that some of you might look up it's a streaming broadcasting network called Gaia. I think that would be very interesting to you. We want to reawaken your imagination and your lust for life. We want to remind you that there is so much that you have yet to learn about and to practice and experiment with different ways of achieving different levels of consciousness in order to have a spiritual experience to shake things up. You're here to spend the majority of your life in a human body doing human things, but if you get bogged down, I feel like you guys are a little bit forgetting that this is just 100 years. It's just 100 years, and we want to reawaken this idea of passion, going on adventures. That kind of energy is coming through. Some of you, I'm being told that you can ask before you fall asleep for your guides, God, the universe, your higher self, to give you deep cellular healing as you sleep, to give you DNA upgrades as you sleep. You will start to see a big difference if you can remember to do this at night. You won't feel like you've entered a different reality. For some of you, I do see the emphasis on seeding the light, laying foundations here. To me, it talks about walking a spiritual path. Ooh, there's another emphasis on ancient Egypt. There's information and light codes and something to be awakened within you by studying ancient Egypt right now. Okay, pile 3. Finding something out about the culture, watching documentaries, reading books, looking in museums at art from ancient Egypt. I think that would be very healing to you at this time. But what I was saying was you guys are here to sort of set the course, set the foundation for another spiritual awakening, for humans to evolve spiritually. Anything you do at this time might be spiritual in nature. You might experience less money in this lifetime because you're here to learn about other aspects of existence. You're here to learn that if you can just have faith and give in to the experience, this feels kind of like a life path 9. If you can have faith and give into the experience, it's going to be that much more rewarding. So these feel like the majority of the spiritual messages. Let's go into romance and relationships. All right, so if you guys are interested in friendships at this time, this can be about friendships. If you're interested in romance at this time, this is about romance. What do we want to talk about? Blonde. Ooh, okay. So it feels like this character we want to talk about first has blonde hair, or there's something, they have a healing career. Okay, so this person's a veterinarian, this person's a doctor, this person's a nurse. Those are the messages that are coming through with blonde. It could also just simply be a confirmation that this person, you're on their mind as well. And then butterflies. Ooh, so I'm getting a budding romance, okay? I'm getting the idea of a crush coming through. So let's try to unpack this a little bit further with some romance cards. I love to see the butterflies. I think butterflies are winged things. Butterflies and dragonflies are certainly symbols for you guys. When you see them at very interesting synchronistic times, be very aware during those scenarios. There's someone nearby trying to get your attention. There's a sign nearby, like a literal billboard with words on it that are encouraging or inspiring or helping you on your path. Whenever you see these things at interesting moments, it says take a break from what you're doing and look around you or look within, because there is a message trying to reach you. You're also going to start seeing butterflies right before or right around the time that this connection comes through. Let's see if we can bring out some more information about this. I'm getting the idea to split it into 3 piles. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so the energies that I'm getting are healing. This person is healing in nature. I think that they work in the field of medicine. Now, for some of you, regarding romance, what I get for the vast majority of you is a need for healing at this time. I sense a stale energy and just this sort of need to be reawakened somehow. I wonder if some of you can go on a spiritual retreat or just treat yourself to an Airbnb. They're very affordable. Okay, that's not true. Airbnb used to be super affordable, but there are a whole bunch of different options. You don't have to rent out the whole place to yourself. You could rent out a private room in an Airbnb. Feels like I want you guys to expand your borders somehow and to take time out in order to find something fun, something that lights you up, something that you can do enthusiastically. For me, for example, this would be, like canceling all my Friday plans and just driving into the sunset. And when I get close to being tired or tired of driving, I'd be pulling over, finding an Airbnb, staying there for the night, getting up early, and driving back in the morning. That is something that's been on my agenda for a while, and I will need to do that at some point this summer. It's that energy. I do feel like this idea to disconnect because there's something that needs to be healed, and this is a relationship or a romance that's still stinging you, and I want you guys to pull that barb out so that you don't have to experience that gray energy, the clouds, the despair. I don't want that disharmony inside your soul. It is just needing to be brought to the surface so that it can be removed. I don't want you to carry that with you anymore, okay? Okay, that's coming through. Now, for others of you, it's this idea of someone's coming back from their past. They're a strawberry blonde or they're a blonde. It could be any shade of blonde hair, okay? Or this just simply, to me, it's talking about a healer. I see the Empress when I look at this card. And butterflies, you're not expecting this. I feel like they're going to reach out and it's really going to take you by surprise. And you're also, some of you, this reconciliation is someone from your past that you didn't have a relationship with, but you knew of each other. And it feels like one of you were tied up and so you could never pursue anything. And you hearing that they're interested in you is very, very interesting. So let's see if I can't pull a few more cards. I kind of want to crack open this deck. This reconciliation, this person coming, these butterflies, what do they think of pile 3? 3 of Wands, freedom, and King of Swords, structure. Okay, yeah, they see you as an independent person, and this perhaps is something that led them away from you. They didn't look at you as someone who wants to be tied down. You're a very, very clear thinker. You speak very honestly, very truthfully, very straightforward, sometimes confrontational. You're sometimes blunt, but you're very honest and unbiased, and what you say comes from the heart, and it is an expression of your authenticity when you speak. With the 3 of Wands and freedom, you're someone who's gone out into the world. You've left home and you've traveled a bit, whether that's around your country or around the world. And it feels like the time has come where you guys are about to cross paths again. I want to know what this person, I want to know what you would feel like if this person reached out to you besides butterflies. 8 of Wands, that's what I said, communication. 4 of Cups. Curious. So to me, we're talking about a message that's coming through. We had all that bird imagery, winged things. Messages are coming to you, and it feels like that's about as clear as we want to be at this time. It's going to mean something for everyone, slightly differently. Again, there's the energy that some of you here need to heal something, go on a fun little retreat, bring back a spark of something into your life. Others of you, these messages are going to look very different. These could be literally someone approaching you face to face. These could be direct messages on social media. And for some of you, it could be like a letter or in the mail, okay? But there's a communication that's coming through, but we're almost asking you to be able to find it. It feels like there's some level of mystery, some level of needing to reach a different state of awareness, a different vibrational level in order to be able to, for this message to reach you. I'm seeing a radio, okay? Right now it feels like static because there's something that needs to be uplifted. Certainly all of you need to have this measure of excitement and passion, or simply just being in a happier vibrational state where you feel like the King of Swords. You're in control. You have a good grasp about what you think about the world, how life works, and where you are in your life. Being in that boss energy is what's going to bring this person to you like a moth to the flame. So now let's open up the tarot and see what has been left unsaid. So with the tarot, let's figure out what else we really want to talk to, pile 3 about. The Knight of Cups popped out, flew out of the deck. Okay. So there are some secrets about this Knight of Cups coming in, okay? It feels like not all the truth is going to be available. They're offering you something, but there is something to be aware of. Now, this doesn't mean that it's a secret they're keeping from you, but it could be an ulterior motive. It could be that they have some things in their life that they need to work out first. It could be that they simply just want a romantic connection for a period of time without any strings attached, okay? What else do we want to talk about? Definitely love. But the Knight of Cups, he's a messenger. And the 7... that came out for pile... okay. Many people, for some of you, okay? I feel like you've been hemming and hawing about this romantic connection, okay? It feels like with the tarot we want to talk about this romance a bit more. The Hanged Man and Justice. It feels like stuck-ish energy, right? The Hanged Man means in limbo. Justice is waiting for like a divide, like a shift from A to B is what I always think about. With Justice, is always talking about the measure between the head and the heart, okay? So something needs to be brought into union, the head and the heart. So logic, your mind, and heart, compassion, okay? Needs to be brought forward into a more harmonious balance, okay? 2 major arcana cards. This seems to be overarching themes in your life right now. It just feels, again, like a little bit like that stale energy, okay? And some of you need to give into this period of reflection and develop patience, and others of you need to cut yourself off that cross and to move forward in your life. It doesn't matter where. We just want you to move, okay? The pieces will come together eventually is what I'm hearing. Resourcefulness. Yeah, try your best right now. I like to see the sun coming out with such emphasis on it. Another winged creature here. We have a crow this time. I like to see the sun falling underneath the sun. So some of you just need to get outside and get a dose of sunlight, okay? But to me, the resourcefulness, the sun in Cancer to me is talking about someone who is very emotional, someone who needs to express themselves and to let out what they feel, to be like this songbird, okay? But also speak your truth like this king or this queen of swords, okay? There's something that needs to be let off the chest at this time, right? Forgiven, a conversation that needs to be had, a secret that needs to no longer be kept from your lover, or, you know, I think some of you are in relationships but looking for romance elsewhere, and I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying that perhaps reveal that, okay? With the sun coming out underneath the sun, you know, it's self-awareness. Self-awareness that we've been stuck here and it's time to move simply, literally for the sake of movement. Ooh, yes, and with Mercury in Sagittarius, I think that we want to expand the borders. We want to go on a little bit of a trip. And here's the idea of ancient Egypt again, you guys. That's crazy. I'd love to see that. Some of you might literally try traveling to Egypt, right? I feel like it's going to open something in you, okay? It's going to awaken some message, some truth from your past that wants to come to light at this time. But with discovery, right? Where haven't you been in your life? What food haven't you been? Start small if that's all that you have the ability to do. Try a new restaurant in your town. Try a different route to work. It's so important at this time in your life, pile 3, to do things with passion, okay? To make sure that there's excitement, to make sure, what was that message early on, you guys? It has to come from a place of genuine enjoyment. That's That's the word, enjoyment. We want to make sure that you're living the most abundant life. I strongly believe that before you incarnated, you were a soul. And as a soul, we don't have these negative human emotions like grief, despair, guilt holding us back. And so we create a life that we would love to live. If you're not in love with your life, this is an invitation right now to be resourceful. Cut yourself down from this cross. Move for the sake of movement. Like, this is like literally just like I'm seeing you roll the dice and saying, okay, I'm going there. Or fine, I'm finally going to quit the job. I'm not letting it sit in limbo anymore. There's a decision that needs to be made. And I'm getting the idea that it doesn't matter which way you go. It's just that you move. Because sitting here, it's just going to, yes, and my throat chakra just lit up. It's just going to bog you down. It's going to keep you in place. Right now, movement for the sake of movement is very necessary. And be in the energy of fun, you know? Discovery, that's such a fun vibe. This artist is amazing. This is such an energetic description for me. Depiction is how I mean to say, okay? It's, yeah. Those are the main messages coming through. Is there anything else? You know what? Let's wrap up with just a little bit of earth magic. Feels like you wanted to come out. Okay, you can't make this up. River with movement, okay? All right, I don't need to unpack that for you guys. So if you, I really hope you guys enjoyed your messages. If you've made it this far into the video, you can please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow, but it also helps other people find these messages too. I don't know if you guys knew, but last week I did a very, very unscheduled impromptu live stream on my YouTube channel. And I did free psychic reading, answered a bunch of questions. It was so fun to chat with you guys. Felt very, very interactive. If that's something you're interested in, please leave a comment below about what day of the week works best for you, or like if there's a time of day with your time zone. I had a couple comments with people asking or wishing that they had gotten a heads up. So if you're very interested in that, just leave a little comment below and let me know when is the best time for you to do that. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, day or night, until next time, stay divine.